Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Teti and I'm a knitwear designer. On this channel, I talk about knitting, my designs, and all the creative processes around my work. I also talk about Ukraine, my heritage, and many other things. I'm recording this episode primarily for my Patreon and YouTube channel members who will get a primary access. So if you'd like to stay up to date, please consider joining me on Patreon or as a member of my YouTube channel. If you're watching this at a later date, please subscribe and enjoy the episode. Hi everyone, hi, and thank you for choosing to spend a bit of your time with me on this channel. I'm recording this episode while on a trip to France, so I think we have about 20 minutes or so before the sun comes out and makes this a room full of light and impossible to shoot. So I will try to be quick and concise and talk to you a bit about the things that were happening with my creative work in the last few weeks. First of all, I'm wearing my Parnassias pullover, the light version, which is already out, and I'm getting quite used to it. I was skeptical a bit in the beginning since it's more fitted than I'm usually wearing, but now I'm also wearing it on top of a dress, so there might be some ruffles here and there, but it's quite comfortable, it's soft, it's stretchy, and I'm quite enjoying it. As with every design or every item of clothing that you buy, it takes a bit of time to get used to it, to integrate it a bit into your wardrobe, to make it your own. And I have the same with every sample. That's also one of the reasons why before writing a pattern and calling for testers and doing all the rest, I'm usually like washing it properly and then wearing it at least a week or a couple of times to get the feel of it and see what it's lacking, what's good, what's not working. So maybe while I write the pattern, I can address that and see that during the test we see if that's better or not. So that's that's important to me, and I've been also very much in love with the chunky version of it. This one, I was wearing it in the last episode, and still very much in love, and knowing that I will be wearing it a lot, I'm also I'm almost finished the other version of it, like a second sample of this one in the peachy color. It's the same yarn, the Le Gros silk mohair from Biche Bush, you know. Same problem as last time, and it's got some needles, so they're gonna make sound. Wait, I'm gonna remove them so they don't make extra sounds. Yeah. So this is it. I'm on the sleeves, and I'm working a bit of this one, a bit of this one, so it's like not too boring to finish the whole sleeve and then start another one. And it goes quite quickly on a 5mm US 8 needle. Yeah, with this one, it's also out, of course. I released them both together for you to be able to choose which one you like, and also get like a bundle discount. So if you buy one, you get the second one for half price or so. So I was wondering, with this one, with where the neck did stretch out a little bit. Like in the beginning, if you look at the pictures in the process, or the first pictures of me wearing it, the neck was a little bit higher, like maybe even like here a bit going on my neck. And now, because the yarn is so soft, it did stretch a bit, and then now it's just normal crew neck, so it goes a bit lower than I initially intended. So in the second one, I added some extra rounds on the neck, and you can see that it's now standing nice and tall. It's gonna stretch. I know now that it's gonna stretch, so it's not a problem, but I'm hoping for it to be just like just like a little bit up my neck, like a centimeter or 1.5 centimeters, so less than an inch. That's the plan. And what did I do on this one? I did add 2 rounds extra on the ruffle, so you can see that. I'm gonna show you. So this one is like tiny petite ruffling, and just the 2 rounds on this one already made it like a proper ruffle. It looks much more playful and girlish. I don't know, I feel very girly in this one. Very young and playful. I don't know if I can say that. But yeah, it does change a bit the feel, just the 2 rounds, like you wouldn't expect it, but just the 2 rounds, extra rounds on the ruffle do this sort of effect. And it looks also very nice in the same color as the main color of the sweater. I think I really like it. It takes away a bit of the accent of the contrasting color ruffle. So maybe that's an option if you're not sure about the ruffle. What else did I do? And another thing what I did on this one is, you see the pattern here, it has these little knobs. I think they are called knobs here, like the little buds that are in the pattern that are made of the extra picked up stitches, and then they are knit together to make this sort of little buds. So I had 3 stitches on this one, and on this one I made 5 stitches, so it looks much more chunky, much more pronounced, and since I have everything more enhanced on this one, like the big ruffle and also the higher neck and everything, and I thought like a chunky sweater can have chunky buds. So I changed that in the pattern for myself too. Almost done. I think it's gonna take me a few more days. I'm knitting, it's a pleasure knit. I'm knitting this on weekends or when I'm not working, because I'm trying not to work in the weekends. That's of course difficult, but that's what work-life balance calls for, right? Even if your work is knitting. So this is what is on my needle right now. And the main thing why we gathered here today is the design that I'm going to show you now, and which I really look forward to sharing with you. But I think I have to tell you, I'm wearing the Polina socks, and some of you came in the comments and said, oh, you're so stupid for making them in Lettlopi, they're not gonna last. And I'm wearing actually the ones in Lettlopi, and I've been wearing them for the last, 2 months since I made them, but at least last 3 weeks here in the house. So it's a countryside house, wooden floor, ceramic tile, quite a lot of it's inside the house. Shoes, socks, we're not going to shoes, only like in a rubber stuff. I don't know, how do you call it? Clogs? Rubber clogs. So if I have to step outside, I would put this in the shoes, yes. That doesn't matter. What matters is Lettlopi didn't disappoint. Look, there is no thinging, nothing, no signs of wear on, like this is the front and this is the back, the foot. The only thing the yarns I chose for the toe and the heel might not be perfect. They do show some signs. So I'm thinking that if the worst happens, I will just cut them out and knit the heel flap anew, or the same with the toe. That's easy to do. But like to the whole sock, to the body of the sock, I have no. It's been perfect. It did felt on itself, So the fabric became really thick, and because it's color work also, it did became really dense and nice to wear as a house sock. I'm not saying that it's perfect for like a shoe sock or something that you want to be light and flexible and yeah. But as a house sock, as a sort of boots, well, it's too light for boots, but yeah, you know what I mean, right? It has not disappointed me. I'm thinking I'm gonna try another pair like completely in Lettlopi, and then I will know for sure. But otherwise, yeah, that's it. So this is my Polina sock. It's a short version. The longer version, the higher version, is also available. Then the flower is bigger. Yeah. And the pattern is free for all Patreon members. So also, even if you're not sure if Patreon is for you, you can stop by and for like on the lowest tier for like €2, you can get an access for a month and also a free pattern. So you can see if that's something that might interest you. In any case, I appreciate everyone who is supporting me on Patreon. Thank you all very much. It means a huge difference for any artist or maker or anyone who's sort of self-employed and dependent on their income is dependent on how people perceive their work, how people buy their work. It's very important to have this little chunk of money that comes every month and that you know that you can count on to pay your bills. So I do really appreciate this security that gives me more freedom to do my thing. Thank you all. Finally, I'm gonna put this on and I'm going to move on to this design. Today is April 9th, so we have less than 2 weeks. Is it? Yeah, it's less than 2 weeks till Easter, and every year I had this afterthought, sort of. After every Easter, I think like, oh, I should have designed something with the Easter patterns in mind, or yeah, something like that. And because we have this family tradition, and I have my own tradition now, that I do paint Easter eggs every year, and I don't use templates. So for me, it's usually a very self-exploratory journey where I just, yeah, I explore what's going on in my mind and what kind of patterns I want to do, what kind of wishes I have, what kind of thoughts come to my mind, and what kind of, yeah, flowers and leaves and graphic elements I want to draw at that particular moment. And yeah, it's very, very inspiring. And somehow it never worked for me to do this before, to have something to show for it in my knitting work. So this year I thought about it in advance and I will have Easter egg inspired pattern that's coming, well, not before Easter, but right after Easter. We're currently testing the pattern, so I'm hoping to have it out on the first week of May. Everything seems to be going really smoothly, so I don't think there will be any problems there. Long story short, let me show you. So this is my Easter inspired sweater. I called it Yardana, and the word itself, Yardana, doesn't mean anything. It's a combination of two words which stand for Yarilo, and Dana is the second part, Yardana, with Yarilo being a god of spring and fertility, representing renewal and reawakening of life in spring. And Dana, on the other hand, is a goddess of water, so she is this life-giving, nurturing force that also represents fertility and new life and growth. So I chose these two since they are very interconnected. And in my design, I used the symbols from the Byzantine art that stand for rain, water, new life, new beginnings. So it all seems to be very, very nicely connected. So you can see the pattern repeat is quite big and quite graphic. I'm not sure if I chose the colors wisely for myself, but to present the pattern, they work wonderfully. You can see everything very clearly, and it does create it does stand out. I used a single strand of Lettlopi for this one. So it's two colors of Lettlopi, no silk mohair, nothing. And on me, it's more, it has a quite deep yoke because you want to fit all the pattern on the yoke. So it's almost a swancho, but not quite. It has a lower yoke than just a regular sweater. And it has a fitted 2x2 ribbon sleeve that sort of balances this overall more oversized sweater. And what else? I had my neck a bit higher. I think it feels really nice with the overall swancho sort of idea. And then since the yoke went so low, I didn't need much of the body. So it's also quite short and finished with 2x2 ribbing. Otherwise, the short rows are worked at the beginning, so you will do them before starting the color work. And there are not too many long floats on this one, even though it might look like there's lots of long floats, but not too many. Maybe only here where the longer sections between the color work. And yeah, overall, I think it's quite balanced design. Might be tempted to make this one smaller, the bottom breaks, to make them smaller like this for a bit more balance, visual balance. I'm not sure. Or like this, just shorter by 2, like to mirror a bit like it's on the top. But see if you like that or not. It might be, for now it just feels like it might be too busy over here, but that's just me being too critical. In any case, it's a very simple, very quick knit. As I'm saying, there's no problems with the test and everyone seems to be very happy, so I feel like that's going to be easy. And then there are some decreases right before the cuff that shape the sleeve here, just to narrow it down for the cuff. I knitted the sleeves longer and then I blocked it and started wearing it, and it turned out that they were way too long. I don't know what is the reason, but I had to rib back and shorten them by like 8 centimeters or so quite a lot. And I would rather have them shorter than longer. So this is what it is. As I said, it's going to be out in May, and I'm thinking that it would be really cool in like this sort of terracotta color, the color that you get from dyeing onion with the onion skins, with the main color, and then like light beige or something, like to mimic the the painted eggs colors. That would have been really, really nice. I was very excited about this one. How was it? It was I finished this one and I was working on the chunky version, and then I already knew that I wanted to do. Oh no, not even like that. I was working on a dark moss, and then I the light version that I made recently, and then I used 2 strands of Lettlopi, and I tried it first, and I saw that this is stable enough to use a single strand, and then I knew that I want to use it for something else, and then yeah, somewhere along the way came up this idea with the Eastern design, and I was too impatient to look for other colors, so I just used what I had. So this one is the one that I used for the white one, the one that I used for my dark moss, and the brown one is I don't know how it's called. I'm gonna leave in the pattern description, everything will be there. Um, hmm. Yeah, I just had these 2 colors and I thought that okay, let's do it. I swatched with a bit of a greyish shade, the one I used for my husband's sweater. But for this, like, it was grayish, and I felt like no, I don't want to do brown and grey. It's a bit, even though it looked really nice, because it was like a beige grey. But I felt like no, I don't want to do this. So instead, I used like a really nice sort of oatmeal yellowish white, but it gave a lot of contrast. So you can see that it's quite strong for me. In any case, that's what impatience does. If I were more patient and did more research and looked into more yarns, but the thing is, I looked at the Lettlopi. They have this nice orangey color, and I tried this. I tried it with this brown. It didn't. I wasn't convinced. It felt a bit blah, and I wanted this one to stand out, to pop up more, for the pattern to be visible. Otherwise, it would have been too soft of a contrast, I'm afraid. But yeah, in any case, this is done. I'm very happy with it. It's very me, and I hope you like it. That's the main message. I do really hope you like it, and I'm looking forward to seeing many versions of it coming off your needles. So that's it for now. I have a new exciting project on my needles that is that I'm not gonna show you, of course, um, but the members of Patreon, they already seen the glimpses of it. It's a more complex design with different panels and different directions of knitting. So something more exciting that I had in my mind for quite a while, but now it's in a very spring and summer colors, and it does feel very romantic for this time of year. Despite what's going on in the world, I'm feeling quite calm and very much focused on my work and inspiration. So I hope you can get some comfort from it, and I also hope you are taking care of yourself and your loved ones. So let's hope for the future, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you.